While working on this M113 engine, I thought I would talk about the spark plug removal tools, the sockets themselves. You know, some engines are not that hard to get to. Like on that SL500, most of the plugs you could get on with this long, deep socket. And if you reach down in here and get it on the plug, you'll see that it puts it into a position where you get a flex head ratchet on it right there and remove it. But this is a real pain when you work on one of these V8s that has a close false firewall, and even some of the V6s. I want to say there's always more than one way to skin a cat, and so it is with removing spark plugs from an engine. There's all kinds of little tricks people develop on their own. So the way I show you in this video isn't necessarily the way that it can be done or the way other people do it. This is the way I prefer, and I'll explain some of the reasons why. First, right off the bat, you're going to need some way to get the spark plug wires off, and these type of spark plug tools, the pull tools, do not work because you do not have enough clearance along the side of the engine to reach in there and grab a hold of those spark plug wire boots and pull them off. You have to pry them off. Now there's a couple tools that are available. You have the Mercedes factory tool. You have this tool here, which is readily available, and this will allow you to, once you remove the coil packs from the valve covers, you get in there and you can pry the spark plug wire off the spark plug. And you think, why do you need to do that? Why don't you just reach down there and grab it? Well, let me tell you, some of these wires have been on over 10 years, over 100,000 miles, and they are really on there. And if you're not careful, you can break spark plugs. I want to warn you right away, you can break a spark plug like this. And of course you say, well, I'm going to replace it. It's not a big deal. But you have to be real careful when you're prying that you keep the prying motion coming straight out. Don't try to pry up on it, or this is what could happen. So after using this tool, which works fine for a few years, you know, we decided here at Mercedessource we wanted to have a better tool, something that would pop them off more quickly, not bind up, and also have an angle that you could get into some real tight spaces. So once you get the wires off, then you got to get the spark plugs out, and then you got to get them back in. Now on an engine like in this SL500, this R129, you got a lot of room. And it may not take a lot of little special tricks and tools to get the plugs out and back in. But on cars like this E430 you're going to see here shortly, or on some of the V6s, you have the false firewall up real tight on those last one or two cylinders, and it's really hard to get down in there. Now a lot of people go for universals. They like the universal because you got a lot of different angles that you can work on. Now remember, on these engines you're going way down deep in the hole. So this universal isn't going to help you to get a wrench on it. You're going to have to use an extension. So I don't like the universals for these engines because they flop around, see, and when you try to get them in the hole, you've got to get it up and going in like this. Now if you do use a universal, I would recommend you tape it up so it's stiff and it won't flop around so much, but I don't use universals for these particular engines. These work great on other engines, okay? You also can't use something like this. That's way too long. It's great for some engines because you go way down in there and they're at an angle. Remember, on these engines, the spark plugs aren't angled like this. They're angled like that. So you have to come from the side almost straight in, just slightly up to get onto these type of spark plugs. So what I've developed over the years of working on these engines is a combo unit, and I've modified the combo unit. I use a 5/8 standard length spark plug socket, and I use a 3-inch extension, and I put a special hose on the end of the extension there so you can reach down in there and actually get a hold of this thing. You don't want to be dropping this down in the engine. You're going to have to get under the engine, take the belly pan off and everything. This allows you to really hold on to it because a lot of times you have to put the spark plug and extension in the hole and then get the torque wrench or the ratchet wrench on afterwards. Sometimes you want to turn it a little bit by hand. Well, this really helps to have this extra grabbing surface. If you have this arrangement here and you have a flex head ratchet, you can get to most of them and get them out. You can't do it with a straight standard type ratchet wrench, and you wouldn't even be able to get your torque wrench on there unless you have a flex head torque wrench. Now I developed this special wrench, a real long one that I use, and it's really great because it's real stiff, it won't flop around, and I can get in there at the angle I want. But a straight ratchet will work for my combination because I also use a 1-inch wobble extension. And there it is, folks. That's the combination I like. And of course, this is the combination I'm going to offer you as a customer because I know you're going to be really frustrated trying to get some of these spark plugs out. So what this little wobble extension will allow you to do is to use a non-flex head ratchet. It will also allow you to get in there with a torque wrench because I highly recommend that you torque these spark plugs. You don't just tighten them and guess. It's really critical. When you get down in there like this and you need a little bit of clearance to clear that torque wrench from the valve cover, there you have it. See how much flex you got? Granted, it's floppy, but you're not doing it this way. Because if you're using a torque wrench, you're putting this into the hole first, pushing it all the way down. You got the rubber grip to get it in place, make sure it's tight. Then using the torque wrench with the wobble extension already attached, you come in and you connect it, and then you can torque. What's nice about this wobble extension is if you push it all the way in, it loses its wobble. If you pull it out a little bit, then you have the flexibility to get in there and do the proper torquing to these spark plugs. Or, as I said, if you don't have a flexible head ratchet like these, you can use a standard ratchet if you have this short wobble extension. Oh, and I almost forgot to mention about this little braided hose that we include in our kits with the spark plugs. This is really the best way to install a plug because you can feel it go in. And I've put it in the kit at the right length for these engines. You can go down in the hole and using your fingertips you can get it started. Because I'm going to say this once, I'm going to say it twice, I'm going to say it 3 times. Do not put a wrench on these spark plugs until you've started them by hand and you have felt them go in at least 3 threads. Here's another thing I've learned over the last few years about getting these plugs out and back in is you really need a sloppy socket as far as getting the plug lined up with the socket, because you're down in there, you can't even see, and the recesses are way back in there. So I don't want something that's going to force me to go in perfectly straight. I want this to go in like this, and I can wiggle it around and I can come in here and get it on. Once it's on and you're holding it tight against the plug, you're not going to break the plug. Now, a lot of sockets, like these magnetic sockets, you don't have that option. You have to come straight on. You don't have the amount of angle to roll it in and out. This is a personal preference again. So what we do with the socket that we sell and the one I use, it comes with a rubber insert. And when we ship it to you, the rubber insert will be out. You can use this for other applications. It does hold the plug to help you get it out. But what I use when I take the plugs out is I get in there with that little short piece of hose and get it on the end and pull it out so I don't end up dropping it down in there. These rubber inserts are very easy to get in. You just push them in all the way down, and when you want to get them out, just get a hook tool and go in there and just pull them out. So this is something you can use when you need it, and you can pull it out when you don't. But once it's in there, it will really hold the spark plug in place, sometimes tighter than you would like. So what I want to do here is show you how I do this on this front cylinder. Remember, there's 2 spark plugs per cylinder, so there's 8 down the side of this engine. But I'm going to do it here first so you can kind of see what's happening, because when I get down here to this rear one, you won't see nothing other than me talking and trying to keep my head out of the way. All right, so what I'm going to do first is take this with just the 3-inch extension, and I'm going to reach down in here and feel this. You're going to feel the hole. And where is that hole? You'll be surprised how hard it is to find that hole. Now I'm holding on to this rubber piece now, see, and I can guide it down in there. And I'm going to get it right down in there on the plug. Now see, you could get a flex head ratchet on there, but you can't really get a non-flex head ratchet unless you have this 1-inch wobble extension, which I include in my spark plug kit. So this allows me now to just take this straight ratchet and go down in there, and see, I can tip this wherever I want, and I can go ahead and remove and even install the plug before I do the final torque. And the same thing here when using a torque wrench, install the wobble extension on your torque wrench, set it to the proper torque, and take it down in there like this and rock it on until it locks in, and now you can do a torque. Now some people may say, well, you're not straight on, your torque isn't going to be accurate. For the few degrees you're off here, and the fact that it is a spark plug, you're not going to outer space, okay? So you can see here, look at that, look at how nice that is, how much flex I have. It's a limited flex, but it's just enough to clear the valve cover in all these situations you'll run into on these V6 and V8 engines. Now, let me go to the rear cylinder and show you how this works. It gets more fun back here, and you can see why a lot of different things wouldn't work very well. I don't have a flex head ratchet. I'm going to take this and move it into position, and this is where you'll find out that rubber grip handle that I put on these extensions is really handy. Okay, I'm going to slide it in, and it's dropped in. Now you can see here that you'd have a hard time even getting a flex head in there. You could if it's the right type. If it's too fat a head, you won't be able to do it. But using the wobble extension here, you can take it down in there like that. Use your other hand. Okay, I'm on. See that? Now look, I'm just clearing the false firewall, and I'm just clearing the valve cover, which is going to give me enough clearance to remove and to replace and to torque the spark plugs in these real tight places. And then when you're done, pull this out. And now this is where that rubber really helps, because when you pull this out, you're kind of twisting your hand like this, got your fingers on this, and you're not going to drop it because you've got a really good grip on that 3-inch extension. It's going to keep you from dropping it down into that belly pan. I think that gives you a pretty good example of some of the things you're going to run into when pulling those plugs and replacing them in these engines. Now, the hose is really important. I mean, once again, when you're starting the plugs. Now, this is just an overview video of the tools. If you purchase my spark plug kit, you'll get an extended 45-minute video which will show you how to use this hose to get the plugs out and to get them back in safely without cross-threading them. This tool here, the boot removal tool, will be included with the spark plug kits free of charge for a limited time. We're talking now September 2020, so if you're watching this video 5 years from now, don't expect that we're still offering this tool free with these spark plug kits. And then as a separate item, I'm going to offer this particular spark plug installation kit. It will include the 3-inch extension with a special rubber grab knob attached to it. You'll get the standard, 5/8 socket. I'm going to remove the rubber for you. If you need to use the rubber, once again, you can just shove it right back in there. You can even use the extension to push it down in there. And you can use that rubber if you're using it on other engines where clearance is not such a critical issue. Once again, to pull it out, just get a pick tool and it'll come out. And then, of course, you'll get the 1-inch wobble extension. So your full combination will look like this. You're going to find this really handy if you're replacing the spark plugs in your own M112 or M113 Mercedes engine.